I know the term steak and eggs sounds simple, but wait till you see what we're doing today. Max just noticed I'm wearing old school Sam the Cooking Guy. This logo is what we used to use on the TV show. You never see this anymore, ever. And this, look at, I realized, the red kitchen is what we used to call the kitchen. 2006, I still fit it.
15 years.
I haven't gotten that fat. It's a little tight, maybe, but I'm good. I'm good. All right, so here's the deal. Steak and eggs is simple. We're using a ridiculously amazing cut of beef. You're gonna really like it. We're making eggs in little cast iron pans. Fantastic. And we're making a potato accompaniment that is so good. I dreamt about it last night.
Anything?
I was just waiting to see how long you would you notice. Okay, so we marinate the steak. We set it aside. We get the potato thing in the oven. Then everything comes out. We do the eggs and we're eating large. And when I say large, oh, buddy, I mean large. This is a hanger steak. I want you to think of it as a cross between a ribeye and a tenderloin. Ribeye in flavor and tenderloin in mouth meltability, if that even works. They're not the easiest thing to find. Certainly a supermarket is probably not going to have it, so find yourself a good butcher, call them and ask them, have them save you one, because it's not all that common. But when you get your hands on one, you're going to want to eat it the rest of your life. First, we make a marinade for it. And this will be equal parts of olive oil, Worcestershire, soy sauce, balsamic vinegar. I like a little sploosh of steak sauce. Yum. A couple tablespoons of honey for sweetness. 1, 2. A little mustard. Dijon if you have it. I didn't. This is just spicy brown. And some dried rosemary. And we whisk. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I really do. Pinch of salt and pepper. Don't need too much salt because we already have the soy in here, but this is it. All right, I did forget something. A little garlic powder. One more whisk. And we do this. We get ourselves a Ziploc bag, we open it up, and in goes our hanger steak, just like this. And then we're gonna pour in most of this marinade. Let's save a little bit back for brushing when it comes off the grill. We seal this up, get as much air out as we can, and then make sure it's covered nicely. Now we're gonna give this about an hour. If it was ice cold, no need to put it in the fridge. Just leave it just like this and it will be fine. We move on to our potatoes. All right, we're starting with some butter melting in a little pot that we're gonna add a big ass clove of garlic to, like, hey, mother effer. Back, continue melting. Now we deal with our potatoes and they look like this. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut the ends off of a russet potato. We'll end up with probably 2 of these and we just peel. This is called Potatoes Anna and it's honestly one of my favorite things that I've not made for a while. When I started thinking about this, I thought, oh yeah, this is what we need. Like steak and eggs, you'd have probably hash browns, right? Oh no, we're elevating today, boys. Really frickin' elevating. All right, you got one peeled. Get your scraps out of the way. And here's how this goes.
I wonder if Potatoes Anna and Steak Diane are friends.
You're stupid. This is a little cast iron pan. You can see that, right? You can do this in anything that can go into the oven, but cast iron is very good because it's going to help give the color and the crisp that we want. So now we come back with our little pot that has this melting butter and garlic in it, and we're going to put a layer into our pan. So we go like this. Sides, bottom, really well. Now, we take our mandolin, we start cutting potatoes like this. We're going to take them and we're going to build from the center all the way around like this. We know the gardeners don't bother you as much as they bother us, but they still bother us. But I will persevere. We take our garlic butter. We brush the top of this now. Wow. That gardener sounds like he's coming right up my ass. A little bit of salt and pepper, just a tiny bit. And we repeat. So this mandolin makes very thin slices, so I'm kind of doubling up. Sorry, I'm kind of doubling up. If they were a little thicker, I would just do one slice all the way around. But we're gonna be okay. Same thing, we brush again. Tiny bit of salt and pepper. And continue. And perhaps with the sound of the gardeners fading, I'll be able to get, nope, they're back. So the goal is just keep going. Make as many layers as you can, as you want, until you get up to the top, and then we'll stop. Right, boys?
Right.
I don't know who Anna was, but she had to be somebody spectacular because her potatoes are really delicious.
I told you, Steak Diane's best friend.
I don't know why some of these
Wait,
slices are...
What's the one with the Louis in it?
Shrimp Louis?
Oh, yeah. And they both dated Shrimp Louis in college. That's how they met.
You're dumb.
Are there any others?
I'm sure there are.
Shrimp Louis, Steak Diane, and Potatoes Anna, best friends in college.
So normally when I make this in a much larger pan, but you'll see why I've done it small. Well, I've done it small because I want it to fit on one particular board that we're going to use to present everything on. Okay, I'll finish this off. Max will do something and we'll be done. And our final layer will look like this. Beautiful. A little more butter. Last of our seasoning. And we're there. Beautiful. So here it is, looking gorgeous. This now is going to go on the flat top beside me or on your stove. We go about 3-4 minutes till we hear a little sizzling, and then we slam it, don't slam it, gently place it into a 450 oven for about 45 minutes till it starts to get gorgeous, crispy everywhere. Then we crank the heat, let the top get brown, which ends up being the bottom, and then we're there. So, give me a second to do this. I'll put it inside and we'll be back. Attention, coffee lovers. I'm a coffee lover. I make coffee at home every morning, and the secret to my coffee success is Trade. Trade lets you try coffee from the nation's best roasters. And the best part is you customize it to exactly the way you want your coffee to be. That's what Trade does. And how do they figure that out? You take a quiz. A quiz. It asks you questions about how you like your coffee, the way you want it. Do you want it dark? Do you want it bold? Do you want it fruity? It ends up with them sending you the right kind of coffee to your door, and that means no supermarket madness. This is how it comes. 100% compostable. And then once you've tried the coffee, once you've had it in a cup and you go like this, yum, then you go on their site and you rate the coffees you've had so they know you want that one again, you want things like it. I've been a fan of the Diesel Dark Roast. It's bold, it's rich, it's full of flavor, and yet it's smooth. That's my preference. So here's what happens. The first 100 people to sign up from the link in our description will get 50% off their first bag. 50%. Oh, by the way, Trade sends the coffee to you within 24 hours of you placing your order. You're getting fresh coffee like never before. Oh, and if you don't like your first coffee, they'll ship you out a second bag. Do what I'm telling you. Take the quiz. Click the link in the description. Use my code STCG50. First 100 people get 50% off their order. Free shipping. Come on now. Trade will help you become a true coffee lover. Stop drinking that terrible stuff. And after about 45 minutes, that's what we have. Yes, it's looking very pretty, but now I'm going to turn it up to about 500. So what you see is the top gets even crispier, and then out it comes. And with our potatoes Anna spending their last 15 minutes in the oven, it's time for our steak, our gorgeous marinated hanger steak, to make an appearance. We've done this many times. You know my preferred method is to turn a steak often. It cooks it evenly all the way through. No gray ring around the outside, just beautiful steak perfection. And this cut, this hanger steak, this cross between a gorgeous ribeye and a tenderloin, we do not want to mess up. So we give it a couple minutes and we flip it, and a couple minutes and we flip it, and a couple minutes and we flip it. We all know the drill. Let's have a little look. Oh, gorgeous. All right, let's flip this kid. Sweet. We're looking for about 125 to 126 or 7, ideally. Then we'll pull it, let it rest, and then we still have, remember, steak and eggs. There's still eggs to make. So excited. A little bit of extra marinade. Why not? What can it do? Only good things. All right, let's give it another turn. So even though this thing is sort of round, this side right here is not getting any love from the heat. So I'm gonna try and just put it that way for a bit. Oh, well, it was more than I imagined. That's fine. Beautiful. Okay, this is a dream right here, man. It's a dream. And look who just came out of the oven. Haha. That's gonna be pretty spectacular. I hope, unless I did something wrong. Just gonna let it cool a little bit. While the steak finishes, let's prep our pans for our eggs. So a quick shot of non-stick spray in each. Probably didn't need that much. And a little bit of butter. So let's just throw these guys up on the Evo. Help the butter to melt because we want the butter all the way around, all up the edges. We don't want our eggs to stick when it's time to take them out. So a little bit of this. Oh boy. We can crack our eggs in. Damn it. What is it with me and shells, man?
Use the shell.
Now I'm mad. Look it. There's something wrong with me. A little salt and pepper on each. Now these will slowly start to cook right there on the edge. Meanwhile, our hanger steak is ready to come off. Let's give it a quick brush before we take it off. That's why you want a little extra marinade. And this now will come off to rest. Look at that. That's pretty, huh? Throw a little foil on that, let it stay warm. We can start to set up. Oh boy, and here we are. So, super juicy, man. All right, here's my plan. My plan is to cut it, and then we present it on a board with everything else looking gorgeous. So the grain goes this way. What do we do, boys?
Against.
Against the grain, right. And we cut. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. Guys, every time I cook a steak this way, turning it a lot, I tell you this is the move. And you can see, beautiful. The grain is changing a bit, so I have to change with it. I mean, look at that.
The grains, they are changing.
Look how gorgeous that is. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I'm going to do this. We take our serving board. We've got perfect eggs. Look at them. All right, potato time. Oh, look at that. Wait. Just you wait. Here's what I want to give that. Just a little thyme on top, which I think is a really nice touch with potatoes. And now let's try and get all of our steak here. Like this. I'm taking my time with this because I want it to be beautiful for all involved. We take pride in our work. Right, boys?
Right.
Right.
Okay, so now we need to give this a little cut. Sorry, I gotta turn this around. Do you see these layers? This? Like these are individual layers. All those little slices. So let's go. Did you hear that? Okay, I set it like that. So as gorgeous as everything is, and I cannot wait, the juices that accumulated while the steak was resting must be used because this is just some very dank, absolutely delicious flavor that you don't want to miss. So you give it a little bit of that, and then you can come along and go, hello everybody, shall we try you? I love the char on the outside. I love the beautiful medium rare color. That's a bite that must be had. I could cry. The marinade is delicious. It's got that super beefy flavor of a ribeye, no question, and yet it is tender as all get out. It's generally referred to as a hanger steak, also known as a butcher's steak, because this was a cut that the butchers kept for themselves, and for good freaking reason. Oh my God. Okay, the potatoes. Look at this. Look, right? Can you see that layering?
Wow.
That's insane. Once again, who is Anna? Why are there potatoes named after her? Crunch. Oh, sorry. It starts to separate a little bit. Light garlic. You hear this? One more thing. I'll take one little piece, and I must have some of this delicious yolk on it, because that bite is gonna be so good. It's dripping, it's dripping, it's dripping! The marinade has so much flavor in it. All right, we have to end right now because the boys have to eat this right now. Thanks for being here with us. Subscribe if you like this. Hit the notification bell. Tell us what you want us to make, because clearly we're into making food. We want you to get it, or we want you to have made what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
We want to make the shit you want us to make.
We need a new regional dish. Comment
Oh,
below.
new regional dish. Thank you, Trade Coffee, for sponsoring today's video. Yum.